Tommy Morin was a fast-rising comedian until he had literally a come-to-Jesus moment, and he walked away from comedy to become a pastor. But while sharing his testimony at a women's prison, he realized that it was his humor that was helping to reach the audience with the message of Christ. Well, I'm so glad that he realized that comedy and ministry could go hand in hand. He now combines hope and humor as a popular speaker and comic. His upcoming dry bar comedy special is called I'm Startin' Now. You'll understand why he would call it that. Welcome the manic Hispanic Pastor Tommy Morin.
All right. Howdy! What is happening, Nashville? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here tonight. This is absolutely amazing. I am a pastor and a comic, and that's how I know that and the platypus that God has a sense of humor. Have you seen the platypus, this poor thing? It's got the mouth of a bill, it's got webbed feet, and the back end of a beaver. This poor thing doesn't know whether to build a dam or quack, all right? Hispanic and Italian, any Hispanic? No, yeah, maybe one. Yeah, you, me, and the guy who valeted my car, sir. Thank you so much for raising your hand, I appreciate it. And Italians, if you are Italian, if you're this far south and you're Italian, you are in the witness protection program. Okay, that's how that goes. There's no getting around that. No. And I was raised in Jersey, so what's happening right now here is I say daughter, water, quarter, and then I move to New England, so I say ka, fa, ba. So I sound like I'm walking around with a constant concussion at all times. That's how that is. I wound up marrying a native Massachusetts girl, all right? So raised by 4 brothers in a very strong Italian family. So in my mind, it sounds like I'm married to Joe Pesci's sister. So I hear this first thing. So you're gonna get out of bed or what? Look at you, Mr. Comedian. You're funny how? Funny like a clown? Ha, ha, ha. It's 6:30 in the morning. Let's go. Chop, chop, flatfoot. All right, so let me tell you something, you filthy animal. You stay in bed any longer and I feel you're full of lead. Yes, I love you. Now let's go. Chop, chop, chop. Move it, move it. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Years ago, just so I clarify, because I know you're looking at me like it could have happened yesterday, I stole a candy bar, and I got caught for it. I mean, this is like the epitome of breaking a commandment. So my mother that day decided she was going to actually teach me or inspire me to never do it again with her BFF, which was known as the belt. Some of you have the same BFF, okay? Put it away, it's 2024, you'll go to jail. Oh yeah? So, my mother actually used to smoke 2 packs of Winston Reds every day. And in the middle of her encouraging me to not steal again, my mother all of a sudden is on her hands and knees, wheezing and gasping for air, lifts up her arms like a referee and goes, "Time out." And I didn't have any cool superhero role models growing up as a kid. Like, all my friends had cool superhero role models that they could relate to. But I kind of grew up in a Caucasian neighborhood. And so my friends had, like, Spider-Man. That's a broke white dude. Batman. That's a rich white dude. Captain America. That's an actual thrift shopping white dude. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I had close to a superhero that I could relate to was Zorro. That's a superhero for low-income housing, okay? His superpowers, accessorizing, embroidery, and graffiti. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. But I loved Elvis growing up as a kid. I always wished he was El Vaz. He would have been singing, "You ain't nothing but a Chihuahua mamacita." Sir, is this your wife over here, sir? Can I sing to your wife, sir? Can I sing to your wife? Your wife is looking at you going, "Sing, sing." Aren't you lonesome tonight? She's nodding her head yes. Could you maybe give me a little something?
Sure. Yeah, me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, behind the piano.
Yes, I can help you. Yes.
You won the Grammy, didn't you?
Oh, wow.
I just need a little help here. Aren't you lonesome tonight? Don't you miss me tonight? Aren't you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when he kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at his forehead and wish he had hair? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. Thank you.
That was great. Oh, man. Elvis Week, and he blesses us with the Hispanic version of Elvis. Hey, be watching for Tommy Morin's upcoming dry bar comedy special. It's called I'm Starting Now. You get the drift now, right? And to book him to speak to your church or your event, if you go to Huckabee.tv, we will get you connected to Tommy. Right now, Keith is starting to tell us about everything that is exciting, and it's coming up next because he says so. Right here.
Oh, you do that well for a guy from Arkansas. That's right. Up next, Stephen Kendrick and Aspen Kennedy discuss their new movie, The Forge. Then it's another installment of In Case You Missed It, featuring the most hilarious news of the week. That's all ahead on Huckabee.
When I started My Pillow, it was just a...
Join Huckabee next week for Senator Marsha Blackburn and the music of Sonic Flood.
And welcome back as we come to the music of Peter Noon, and there's kind of a hush. Peter's been with us on the show a couple of times. We love him. What a great guy. Speaking of great people, folks, Pure Prairie League's clean harmonies and their great tunes have made them pioneers of 1970s country rock, classic albums like Bustin' Out, and unforgettable songs that you all remember, Amy and Let Me Love You Tonight, plus many more. Now, over the decades, they've inspired countless bands and introduced the world to new members like Vince Gill. He turned out okay. And they're still doing it today. They got a brand new album called Back on Track. It's coming out in October. You ought to go ahead and make a note to pre-order it. But would you please give a big welcome to guitarist Mike Riley from Pure Prairie League. Mike, it's great having you guys here. Thank you.
Great to be here. Just great to be here.
Keith and I were reminiscing about how that we grew up radio disc jockeys back in the 60s and 70s playing the music of Pure Prairie League. It's timeless music. Nobody ever gets tired of this incredible genre of music that you guys really brought to the scene.
We were in the, the original bunch of groups that sort of brought country rock into its own, with Poco and the Birds and the Burritos and Crosby, Stills and Nash. So we were I think it's all in the timing.
There's been a lot of different members coming and going in the band through the years, but the music has remained, I guess I should use the word, pure, as in Pure Prairie League. But I think that's one of the attractions, because when people hear the band, they're still hearing that great music that they never forgot and that is still as relevant today and as listenable today as it was 50 years ago.
We're proud of what we do. We feel that we do what we do better than anybody else, and so we stick with it.
Tell us about the new album, because it's coming out in October. I think it's exciting that you guys are still recording, putting out material. Is it going to be the same wonderful sound of Pure Prairie League?
Absolutely. I mean, we're a vocal band. We're a lot of good musicians and players, and there's a few surprises on this record. So everybody's going to get something, But there's also a couple of surprises that I think will kind of throw some of our listeners for a loop.
Well, now you've got us all kind of, let's say you've salted the popcorn. Now we got to have something to wash it down with, like buying the album. I guess it'll be available on streaming, but I understand you're going to do some vinyls for us old people that still like to play a vinyl album.
You know, we're old school. You're lucky we don't do it on 8-track.
Well, we're excited to have you here. Can't wait to hear the music of Pure Prairie League. And so you do not want to go anywhere. Right now, Keith Bilbrey is going to tell our viewers how they can get Pure Prairie League's great music and the new album, as well as to see them live. Keith?
Well, just go to Huckabee.tv for links to all their tour dates and albums, including the upcoming album, Back on Track. Now, performing their classic hit, Amy, here's Pure Prairie League.
I can see why you think you belong to me. I never try to make you think and let you see one thing for yourself. But now you're off with someone else and I'm alone. So I thought that I might keep you for my own. Baby, what you wanna do? I think I can stay with you. Oh, I don't even know if I do. Don't you think the time is right for us to find all the things we thought weren't right, but could be right in time? What can you see? Which way we should turn together all alone? I can never see what's right or what is wrong. Don't take too long to see. What you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Now it's gonna hurt you, won't you?